Hello and welcome everyone. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. My name is GreyWandererXD, and if you don't know me, soon you'll know a lot about me. So I want to make a video where I am basically declaring what I value as a creator for my channel. What this basically means is this is a promise to you, the viewer, and anyone who supports me on what I personally prioritize and will ultimately try my best to keep up with. Now, granted, not all the time am I going to do this perfectly. I would love for every single one of you to keep me accountable. So that's the point of a value criterion, essentially. So my first value for this channel is that I am ultimately going to prioritize the trueness of my creative expression. So I'm going to be very upfront. I'm not here to chase trends. I'm not here to be someone I'm not. Everything that you will see on this channel comes from a place of genuine curiosity and creativity. It's something I personally enjoy. This is a formal declaration that I shall never take a sponsorship I do not personally believe in, just for a cash grab. I will not do a review or make some sort of claim that I don't actually believe in. And the third thing is the only time I'm going to really keep up with trends and do something on the channel that's trendy will be when I actually want to do it myself. So think of it this way. I am not here to chase that. I'm not here to chase success. I want this to be something I want. And that ultimately is something I will forever value. This also goes into if this channel ever gets monetized. If this channel ever gets monetized, there shall not be anything more than a single ad in the middle of the video. If I can control it, there won't be more than a single ad. Any money that was to be, I suppose, gathered from my ad monetization here on YouTube or any other platform shall be also utilized for improving the production of content, and if not improving the content, my quality of life. But I should also bring up an aspiration I have. I would love for one day to do a lot of charity streams and just generally using the monetization of my YouTube channel to donate to charity. So I don't want the money to go to my wallet and pad it out. I don't want that. I want purely to make this something for the greater good while also doing this. Second, my second value is integrity. What I mean by integrity in this context is I shall never try and manipulate you with either fake hype or sensationalized clickbait. If I share something, it's because I believe it has real value. Not just because it'll get more views or that I'm trying to capitalize off extreme negativity algorithms. I'm not going to try and do that. If I am to post something, it's something I truly believe in 100%, and more importantly, not something to manipulate your emotions to believe I have something important to say. Ultimately, I'm going to think what I say is important, but you are the judge of that. And I'm not going to try and convince you that I have something important to say if I do not prove that I have something important to say. I'm not going to use editing to manipulate you to think further in I have something important to say. I think when it comes to editing, I want to add value to what I have and not create value from what I don't have. Thus, that is my vow to you, the viewer. I do not wish to manipulate you. I do not wish to act like I have something important to say that you might not find important. And I'm not going to convey it as this is going to be the biggest thing that you're going to see all day. No. You have like a finite amount of time in the world, and you have so much already on your plate. I think it's highly disrespectful to you as a viewer to try and convince you whatever you have going on is not as important as what I'm about to say, especially if it's not actually important. I really hate that. I hate that whenever I'm a viewer. There's a lot of YouTubers I've stopped watching due to the fact they kept on creating more hype and building that up, and everyone's just so disappointed by the time the actual thing happens. Very, very depressing. But I also find my third value to be community. What I want is to offer a place anyone can belong. This is a place where anyone can belong, obviously. Whether you're here for art, the ideas, or just to hang out, you're welcome here just as you are. We don't have to necessarily agree 100% on political views or just cultural values or anything like that. But right now, as we are together, I can view you as a human, and you view me as a human. We view not only each other as human, but the people around us as human. Because at the end of the day, I understand how it feels to not have a place you don't necessarily belong to. And online spaces used to be the place that a lot of people went to. And sadly, those type of spaces where people can just belong in are slowly becoming more diminished, and I don't want that. Now, obviously, if you were to try and state, hey, I don't believe this type of person based off innate traits or protected status is a human being, obviously we're going to have quite the big disagreement there. And I would hope that you would change your opinion. But at the end of the day, what I value is also us accepting each other's humanity, regardless of those superficial, arbitrary reasons to dislike each other. So, the way I value that community is also going to be within, if there's fan art made, at the start of videos, there will be the most latest fan art put at the very beginning. And I am going to shout out the person who made the fan art. And more importantly, try my level best to encourage people to participate and start creating their own groups in the community to play around, play video games with. That to me is something I value a lot. The other thing that I wish to promise to you here and now is this is a journey not just for me, but also for you. And I don't want to watch a video that I make right now and watch it 5 years later and see that I have not changed. So what I am going to promise here is I'm going to have an openness to growth. What this basically means is I want to keep improving with the quality of my content. 2, I want to remain open-minded and explore different thought processes that are more reflective and thoughtful throughout time. And 3, I want to share that journey with you by actively trying to post content that is more vulnerable so you understand me as a person. Not just, oh, GreyWandererXD, that guy, the computer dude on the screen right there, the funny guy. I want you to see the human behind the screen. You hear my voice. I want you to feel my voice. Feel and understand me. And the only way I can have that happen is by being vulnerable and open. I believe these are to be my highest regarded values within not only my channel, but also the community at large. I want to try and advocate for people to take up these values as well. Some closing thoughts is I'm going to try and make more consistent content. And it's not going to be just gaming videos. It's not just going to be music. It's not going to be just those things. I'm actually going to start opening up to posting poetry, prose, and various other things I make outside of just the things I show you guys. I want to show my philosophy, how I think of the world, and more importantly, what I critique. And for you to get into the headspace of me, I have to show that type of stuff. So I'm probably going to occasionally just upload a video that is poetry. Now, this also comes with saying that I have tried in the past to make a video schedule where I'm like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to release these videos and bam, good to go. It doesn't work out. It starts out okay and then it falls off. So what I'm going to do instead of rushing myself, instead of just trying to force myself to put things out as fast as I can, just for the sake of consistency, I'm going to do probably the more consistent thing by having inconsistency. It will be published when it's done. I think that is far more important to me and to probably you that I release it at the point in which I feel is ready. That I put everything I could, and maybe I'll watch it after I publish it and be like, oh, there's some like cool ideas I could expand upon here. And that could be absolutely true. But the main thing is I'm happy with it when I post it. Sometimes that's going to lead to a dry spell. But the good part is, what I'll be doing is also vowing here and now, there will be consistent streaming. Last week I did not do, or this week really, I did not do a lot of consistent streaming, and that's because by the time I got done with work, dead tired. So what I'm going to try to do is every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. stream. It will be probably Dead by Daylight. It'll probably be something I'm playing with friends. Who knows? What matters most is that will be the consistent thing. And the other stuff, if you were to support it and find value in it, that would be wonderful. Nonetheless, my name is GreyWandererXD, and this is me.